a vital part of any project. How you doing, Duff here? Here's my 2016 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport 2-wheel drive access cab. And here is my tonneau cover that just came today. It's a new type that I haven't tried before. It's a roll-up. It's not the type that snaps, it rolls up. I have a trifold on the 99, which is okay, but it's kind of a pain and it's not quite as flexible. The roll-up supposedly is very, very easy and still looks good. I have a friend of mine that has it, and he highly recommended it, so I'm going to give it a try. I'm going to open it up, take a look at the directions, and see what we need. Okay, there's the contents of the box. The cover itself looks like it's mostly pre-installed. And this is supposed to attach via the deck rail system in the Tacoma, so I just need to read how that exactly happens. Okay, this comes with the regular instructions, but then there's these special instructions for the 2016 and later Tacoma, which doesn't make me all that happy, but I guess there's a little difference with this one, so I'm going to read up and check back. Alright, didn't take long for some confusion. The instructions say loosely assemble the brackets to the rails with 1-inch bolts, flat washers, lock washers, and nuts. So when they say rails, I assume they're talking about the rails on the Tacoma in the bed. But they're actually talking about the rails that are part of the tonneau cover. So the bolts get assembled there. Imagine that. Okay, loosely. There's 1. 5 to go. There's 3 on each side. Okay, all 6 brackets are on there. And it also instructs me to use some of this little sealant stuff to fill that gap right there. Okay, I'm sliding on the last of these little rail mounts that go into the actual track. And then they get lined up with those brackets. So let me see how that happens. Okay, next step was to mount those side rails onto the bed of the truck, aligning the brackets with the slider post that we just put in there. And again, they're all attached loosely. Okay, now I am tightening the brackets. I'm tightening this portion of the bracket. Make sure that the edge of the rail is matched up with the bed cap. Do the back one first, then the front one, and then the center one. I'm just tightening this one at this point, not the top bracket yet. I guess there's some further adjustments that they can do on that. And just a note, like this, here you can get a look at how it looks going up. On the back end here, the Tacomas are a little weird. The bed actually, it actually curves a little bit at the back end, and this is designed to sit on top of that curve where needed. So I don't know why the beds aren't completely straight, but they're not. But this is designed to accommodate that. So this side, I have that done. Basically, you're supposed to make sure that this then is parallel. You know, it's vertically parallel, which I might do a little tweaking, and then I can tighten these bolts and then repeat the procedure on the other side. Okay, that concludes the rail installation, and at that point I can go back to the regular instructions that come with the cover. So let's see what new adventures await. Okay, next up is to Use some of this weather seal that they have to seal the header of the bed up here. Not too hard. Okay, so here's the adhesive, and it looks like it's supposed to go like this. So the lip is up and facing where the cover is going to be. It seems like you really try to make this thing as watertight as possible. So. Okay, done. Just so you can get a look at the way that's oriented. You know, I'm not real impressed with this manual. Not only the directions a little vague, the pictures are a little misleading, but they're also hard to see. Yeah, it's hard to understand what the hell is actually going on there. But we'll try to figure it out. Okay, the next part of this is installing these tensioners. This is what will ultimately be the front of the cover. But again, this is really stupid and annoying. They give you like no slack at all. These are 1¼ inch bolts, and they just barely thread in. You know, they give you a washer. I can't even get this one to thread with a washer, and because gravity is pushing the bolt that's in this track down, you got to sit there with a screwdriver and try to prop up the nut while you're trying to attach this. It's a bad design. I don't like that. Annoying. Okay, again, a tribute to the confusing constructions. This actually should be oriented this way as opposed to the way that you saw it originally. When you install this front bar, you actually flip the vinyl up and over top the bar. So. And these are what allow you to adjust it slightly, so now it'll line up.
Come get me.
Okay, remember what I said earlier about the bolt being too short? It's because on the side rails I used some of the longer bolts than you're supposed to. Shorter bolts go on the side rails. The bolts aren't marked well. I guess I should have taken a ruler to each one, but that's the reason I put longer bolts in there. And this front adjusters now fit correctly. So again, the adjective for this project so far is just frustrating. But I think I'm in the home stretch. I gotta be kidding me. I think I was just talking while the video was off for a really long time. Let me double check. Alright, well, I can edit it later. Anyways, alright. Cover's in place. Fits well. There's support bars built into it. Right there's one, and they just roll up with the top when you roll it. Right there's another one. Sealed pretty well. I don't know that it's 100% watertight, but it should be reasonable, which is all I really need in my situation. And to unlock it, damn, I wish I knew what I recorded. There's a little slider, a little plastic piece here that slides in on either side. That's your safety. Then there's just a little latch here. Just pull it, and at that point you can just roll it up all the way. And then there's straps underneath there to secure it if you have it totally rolled up. To secure it again, you just unroll it. This locks into this little channel right here. It'll click in place. Slide these little plastic tabs back. And you're good to go. When you close the tailgate, it still looks good. Fits good. Nice and tight. Those adjuster assemblies up front will allow you to take some slack out as needed. If weather conditions cause it to loosen up a little bit, you can tighten it up that way. So as I was saying before, luckily Cindy was out here to help me, walk me through some of my sticking spots. It was mostly some vagueness in the directions and the bolts. Me putting long bolts where I only needed short bolts. That's what really was our biggest sticking point. Instructions weren't real clear. The pictures were small. I could have looked at their website that they have that would probably help me with the installation, but I neglected to do that ahead of time. So if you're doing this yourself, you might want to do that. But anyways, I think it looks good. It'll serve its purpose. Cut down on wind drag, protect things when I need them to be protected. So anyways, that's how I installed the Vanish tonneau cover on my 2016 Toyota Tacoma. Until next time, Duffman out.